And welcome back to Proline. Jim Feist and myself, Dave Cokin. We're going to look at Game 6 of the NBA Finals tonight. The Cavaliers, they got off the canvas, looked like they might be toast. And boy, oh boy, what a second half they played to force a Game 6. And maybe they can force a Game 7. But first, we've got, well, some good stuff to tell you about. The rest of June baseball, including a really big play that I've got a circle on now. I can't guarantee that it'll be a championship club play because, you know, we have to get the matchups in and make sure everybody's playing. But it's slated to go tonight, and that's $19 for everything through the end of June. 1-855-472-2577. It's a great offer. Take advantage of it. Jim, your baseball has been terrific. 17-8 the last week and a half. That's part of an overall 72-40 run. 11-2 with games of the month. 19-6 on the Platinums. That ain't bad.
It ain't bad. No, you know, you get a little swings and variance and stuff like that, but it's been absolutely awesome. You can get one of those red-hot $500 high rollers from me at a whopping discount. 4 weeks of Major League Baseball for $29. That will include a high roller going tonight. Just call 866-546-9467. 4 weeks. That's right. 4 weeks, plays every day, $29. Call 1. You shouldn't use the 1 anymore, I guess. 866-546-9467.
That's correct. Don't use the 1 anymore.
You know, I'm an old timer.
The 1 is going
My
to
phone number back in the old days was 36R. That was my phone number back in the day.
You know, I had to bring this up real quickly, and it was, you know, Kevin Kruger, Lon's son. Yeah. Okay, he's running some kind of basketball camp, and I guess some 8-year-old kid mouthed off at the camp and said, "Shut up!" Right? And so Kevin mentioned it on Facebook, which is hilarious. So I happened to mention that if I did that when I was 8 years old, I'd have landed in another zip code. Okay? and then I realized that when I was 8 years old, there were no zip codes.
Right. So, that's true.
I don't know why I'm laughing about that. Okay, let's talk about this basketball game. Okay. I did not think, I got Game 5 wrong. Okay, I thought the Warriors, Draymond Green obviously was going to make a difference, but I didn't think it would be the difference in them winning and losing the game. I thought Golden State's back home. Cleveland has to be demoralized after, it was a bad loss in Game 4 at home.
Yeah, horrible.
And I thought the Warriors were going to close them out. I got it dead wrong because the Cavaliers played a great basketball game, particularly in the second half. And now they've got momentum going back home. Now, momentum can be fleeting. We know that. You know, it can disappear in the wink of an eye. But the other, maybe Cleveland looks at this and says, hey, we're on a free roll. We were supposed to be out of this, and now we're back home with a chance to force a Game 7.
Well, they should look at it that way. You know, the issue, okay, LeBron James, this is the best basketball player in the league if he decides to play. Now, if you go back to the first time he was in Cleveland and he was playing against the Celtics and he just kind of zoned out and he just was not the dominant force. And this is a number of years ago. So he goes to Miami, pick up a couple of wins down there, championships. He's been in 6 straight championships, which is absolutely amazing. The guy's amazing. He doesn't have the outside shot normally. He did the other night. But when he is a force of nature on the floor, you really can't stop him because he has all the weapons and he has the size and he has the speed and everything else. And then when you got like Kyrie Irving going nuts the way he did the other night, I mean, I couldn't predict that in Game 5. I couldn't see that happening off of what they did in Game 4, which is basically stand out there and just dribble to the last second and figure out what to do because they really don't run that many plays. That Cleveland just doesn't do a lot of offensive skill moves and plays. They stand around, the ball freezes, the players don't. When somebody's got the ball, they're not cutting and picking, they're standing. So this one-on-one basketball that Irving and LeBron played the other night and got 82 points between them, which was absolutely amazing and a record that they both got over 40. If they can play like that, they're a force.
But
the question is, with Draymond Green back, because this guy he could arguably be the best player on this Warrior team because he does so many different things. He scores, he rebounds, he plays defense. he doesn't have to depend on a 30 and 40-foot shot to be effective and be a force of nature out there. So now they lose Bogut, which is a rim protector. He gives them some rebounds. It's Thompson is going to be, or Thomas is going to be.
That's Thompson.
Thompson, okay. He's going to be a force of nature, and I guess Ezeli's going to have to play on the inside.
Yeah. Bogut, he's out for the series.
Yeah,
he's done.
He's out for the series. It looked like a bad injury when he
did.
got hurt. So I mean, this is definitely Cleveland's spot. Take it to Game 7. Game 7's usually the home team does very well.
Oof.
The point spread on this game is interesting. It opened Cleveland 2.5, 208. It's down to 207.5. But I see some key spots that are still favoring moving up to the 208, and it's sticking around at 2.5. Bogut was announced out. It hasn't affected the lines from this morning, and that's probably where it's going to stay for a little bit because we've got a day between now and that game. So it's a tough call.
Yeah, it is. It's a game that I think I'm going to sit it out. We don't have to bet every game, and in a sense, I hope Cleveland wins because I might take the Warriors in Game 7 with the incredible dominance that home teams have in Game 7 of the NBA playoffs. Some interesting numbers to throw at you here. Golden State 34-15-2 against the spread when they're playing on 2 days rest. 36-16 against the number when they're coming off a loss. 19-9 to the under after a double-digit loss at home. Now, these are all back fit numbers. In other words, you can't necessarily look at that and say, well, look at that trend, so that's going to happen again. That's not the way it works because all these trends can work the other way. It's just interesting stuff.
It's interesting
mainly.
stuff.
That's why we throw it in there. By the way, head-to-head, Warriors still have covered 7 of the last 9 between these teams. If I had to bet the game, and again, I don't have to bet it, and I'm probably not going to, I think I'd take the under. I think the Warriors, I can't see the Cavaliers being nearly as hot with those two as they were the other night. That's hard. I mean, they were just inhuman. And you've got to think the Warriors, with Green on the court, become a better defensive basketball team. And they've got to be a little embarrassed about getting torched in their home court in the second half and just playing an awful 24 minutes of basketball.
I agree with all of that,
Well,
but I got to
good.
throw some stuff in here. The other day, Irving and LeBron pick up 82 points between them, 41 each. They're not going to get 82 points again, but they might get 62 points, okay? So now you're going to have to pick up, if you want to get to the kind of number they had the other day, 112, somebody else has got to play.
Yeah.
Love looks like he's in.
I don't think, is Love even going to be on the court?
I don't know.
They're better when he's not on the court.
Since he had the head thing, I mean, he has done absolutely nothing. Smith is hit and miss. They really don't have a great 3, 4, and 5 guy on that team, or not. They don't show up all the time, and that's their flaw. And their bench is not that strong either. So this is a big game for Cleveland. We all know Cleveland's had problems in every sport. They haven't won a championship in like 100 years. And the Cleveland fans are going to be there supporting them, and they always are. But Golden State, for the whole season, has been the better team. They got the better players. I don't know if, I don't know if Steph is hurt. They say he might be hurt. It might be an excuse also. It seems like every time he doesn't play well, he's got some injury. When he plays well, he's great. So I don't know.
It's going to be fun. All right, we have a way for you to get free plays every day from us right to your cell phone. It's that easy.
That's right. You just text GAME, G-A-M-E, to 25827. You'll get free plays every day right to your cell phone. That's GAME, G-A-M-E, 25827. It's as easy as that.
Next up, it's our early look at the 2016 AFC South. That's coming up right here on ProLineTV.com.